and tonight we play with a new book. Woohoo! As you can see from the affiche at the beginning of the stream, we will be playing with a book that came out just today, Thursday, May 27th. We play with Hobgoblins. It's a new book, and this is the first game that we're going to have with its adaptation for Essence of War. I'm really happy to be here because I have the two guests that will be playing the game. You've seen them in the affiche. There's Rob. Good afternoon, Rob.
Good afternoon, Pateglio. How's it going?
All is good. What about you?
I'm great. Yeah, glad to be here. I'm excited for this. This Hobgoblin patrol looks like a lot of fun. So
it's great. Thank you for managing to draw all of the designs for each of the 4 units at breakneck speed. But it's also not you who will be playing with those. You just drew them so that somebody else could play with them. Good evening, Tom. Good evening, Lucky Sixes.
Hi. How we going? Oh, I'm excited. What a day. Day of release.
First game ever. I think
I'm nervous, you know. I'm nervous to play with it. I've got to do it justice, right?
Well, you know, you have all the reason for
which,
having to be nervous because somebody will be looking at the game you play, and our third guest for tonight is Terrano, one of the main writer of the book. Good evening.
Hello everyone.
Oh, excellent! We are so glad to have you on board tonight, Terrano. That's amazing. I think that you've been appearing on the internet in various forms today, like press release on the forum and then podcasts. It's like, how many channels have you invaded today?
Yours will be the third, not counting me interfering on the website and talking to everyone who's got all sorts of questions about the book and feedback and things.
That'd be the baseline, right?
Yeah, it's been a lot of juggling.
Excellent, very nice. I mean, I've seen that the reactions are very, very positive. All things considered, given the baseline of what we know the 9th Age community to be through passion. It's just a matter of passion that sometimes grows into discontent. But I've seen that a lot of people are happy, and you're seeing now the cover of the book. I mean, the cover is beautiful, and the content inside it's fun. I can quickly show maybe a few pages from within. We don't have a page for credits. That's why we are saying who the lead writer is right now. And who did the art piece in the front, in the first page?
That would be the one on the front. Yes, that would be Marcus.
That would be Marcus. Okay, excellent.
Yeah,
he's done amazing.
He always does. Yeah, he always does fantastical sort of historical themed pieces, and seeing him do goblins was quite different from the usual, because often he does human stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I think that he has a couple of pieces from the Eastern Riders Vassal in the ID book. It's really the kind of things that are close to his art.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah.
Interesting little fun fact is those hobgoblins on the front were initially dressed in red, not blue.
All right.
But then it was changed because they looked a little too Roman.
Okay.
Because everyone associates Rome with red.
Toes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that the Roman identity is closer to at least a couple of other factions. I'd say at least a couple of those.
Yeah. I think the blue also works. It's a lot cooler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In the sort of ice
it looks
sense,
amazing.
not in.
Yeah, that's gives the instant feeling. Excellent. So I can now ask our players to get into Tabletop Simulator and show us the 2 armies. So guys, I think that you can go load the armies. The Hobgoblins are over here. Exactly. You can click on the tag and it will start loading up the army. So what you see tonight, this is going to be a battle in Essence of War. So that means that we're going to use simplified rules, and we have a pre-made army that's composed by a leader. You have the conjurer over there. Then we have 2 core units, the Hob Levies and the Hob Slingers. And then we have 1 special unit, which is the Cataphracts. And as you can see, Those are all the designs by Rob. Thank you, man, for making all of this. I really love.
They're wicked. They're so good.
My pleasure.
There's a lot of menace. I love
And
it.
I would also like to add at this point that I asked Lucky Sixes to name the Hobgoblin Conjurer, and he
Very
has
honoured. Very
thus
honoured.
been dubbed and will forever be dubbed as Hobblestone Fireface, also affectionately known as Hobbs McFireface.
Yep. That's what his mates call him.
Hobbs,
Of which he
Fireface?
only has 3. by the
Is
way.
it
Right.
like that?
It doesn't look like he has a lot of buddies.
He's
but-
only got 3 mates. Yeah. One of them's a dog.
Don't worry, in Hobgoblins, your best mate is always your dog.
That's it. That's what I mean.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent, I love that. That's amazing. Nice. Very nice. I like these a lot. I'm gonna select them and put them over there so that Rob can also launch the select the other army, the Empire that we'll be playing tonight. So this is an interesting matchup because I think that the essentially the makeup of the two patrols is relatively similar. So we've seen that we have a spellcaster and then combat units, shooter units, and then cavalry units. And this is essentially something similar to what you have here for the Empire, because you can see there's a wizard, 5 electoral cavalry, 10 light infantry with handguns, and 15 Imperial Guards. So I think that more or less the concept is similar, but that's one of the reasons why we picked this army specifically to face off the Hobgoblins, because you will see the differences. It's like even with similar unit types and dimension of the units, then you still get to see that they behave relatively different from each other, shall we say. Yeah, so maybe I can put on the screen a couple of the patrol so that you can see a bit more clearly how they look like in terms of rules. So I don't know, Lucky Sixes, if you had a chance to look at the units descriptions already, and if you want to give us your impression of what the how you're gonna approach this patrol, let's say, for this game.
Yeah, sure. Well, obviously we've got the Conjurer, who he's very much, McFireface. He's one that sits back, lets everyone do the work, but he will obviously take all the glory because he leads and he gives all the commands and stuff. So that's him. Very good. So yeah, adding the discipline. It doesn't really add much in combat. He's not that kind of guy, but he will help out his mates. The levies, probably specifically, who are just numbers, but strength 4, right? They ain't no mugs. They're strong old boys. Strong boys that meet the ears that they have. Good matching in that regard. So they're your numbers. Then you got the slingers, who are like just basically, that's 5, isn't it? Who are just gonna help out, not really do much, just mainly shout abuse at the opposition, than actually give any
Perfect.
proper. Yeah. It's like slander is their game. But if they have to come in, they will. 2 attacks each, not too shabby in that regard. But yeah, and then finally you got the cataphracts, hob cataphracts, which are I'm excited to use them most. Bit of both. They can do it all. 2 attacks, strength 4, got bow as well. They don't really know what their specialty is, but they can do it all. So they'll.
Super cool unit.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they're interesting. They were a bit of a challenge to readapt because in the book, in Essence of War, we don't have separate attacks for the mounts and the rider of the mount. And Tyranno made this great job at creating different mounts that feel very different. And in Essence of War, we don't want to have multi-part models, so it felt like we were doing a bit of an injustice to the way that the book is written, but it's
But
sacrificed
it's not.
in the name of
Yeah,
complexity.
in essence, there's not many cav that have 2 attacks, is there?
Yeah, exactly.
So that sort of sets them apart, sort of thing,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Those who do don't have shooting, for example. So it's
There you go.
it's a
Hey, I'm gonna be deadly in the first round and the last round, baby.
And also, credit to Joe for bringing in one of the coolest, prehistoric animals, the bear dogs for that unit, and just for the book in general.
Yeah, man.
Super cool. You can tell this man is a paleontologist because he's digging
Guilty.
deep into the cool animals of the past. I appreciate that.
You should see what's in the rest of the book.
Oh, I already listened to the Paired Weapons podcast that you did, and I've already looked through it, and I'm super excited. Really cool.
Yeah, I hope that we can.
It's been a pleasure.
I hope that we can, make all of these themes shine in the simplified version. But that's it is a challenge because most of the beautiful things and all the crazy equipment that you can give to the Shah and all the many beautiful rules that make the guy shine and completely crazy in duel. And in combat, they cannot be there. And actually, there's something that I want to raise right now. The Conjurer, so Met Fireface, is going to have armor 3. So it looks like it has an infernal armor, which is not necessarily going to be available for the small mages in the big book. So for the moment being, we leave it like that. Then Tyranno, you will tell us if this is too much of a betrayal of how the dude is supposed to play.
No, this is perfectly fine. It captures much more of the army's character to do it this way. I was actually going to praise you for how the cataphracts turned out here because I think you've covered basically enough of their abilities. Cataphracts have got a lot going on with them, so it's quite hard. It's been impossible to have included all in this game system. So I'm really pleased with how you with which weapons you've chosen and how you should interpret their stats. It does help, especially with the 2 attacks, considering the cataphracts do have paired weapons as an option, so it can be interpreted as that as well.
Yeah.
So, Joe, as the creator of the Hobgoblins, and you know them deep down as well. How do they play? Without me looking at the stats or whatever, what is their motivation for this battle? They're coming up now.
Are you talking about how do they play in sort of their battle style, or what's their mentality?
Both, in that order.
Okay. I'll go with the playstyle because that's a little easier. The playstyle of the Hobgoblins is heavy cavalry supported by almost levy infantry. They're a society with a certain amount of cash, and they can buy all sorts of really cool armor, but they can't do it for every single poor hobgoblin in the army. So all their cavalry get all the best equipment, the best stuff literally can buy. But their levies lack a bit by comparison. So the way they play is to try and bog the opponent down in waves of decent infantry. The hobgoblins aren't quite as competent as their cousins, let's put it that way. But the real meat from this army comes from its heavy cavalry, its archers.
Yeah.
Motivation-wise, the hobgoblins are actually quite a militaristic race. They do love a fight, even though they know they're physically not as brawny as the others, and maybe not as skilled as the elves, or as tough as an orc. But they know what they're good at, and then what they're good at is hunting, buying better armor, and they use a lot of territory.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is scrappy, right?
They're scrappy.
Never say die attitude. Right, I like it.
Yeah,
And
they've got an attitude.
lean on
They've
the
definitely got an attitude.
Right,
they're also a bit of a what was the word? They like fighting as a unit rather than going for individual glory, because they know that if they go for individual glory, they're going to get smashed in it. because the competition is so much better than them.
Right.
It's kind of like Spartans in that they don't break rank, they don't break formation, but if they break, they all going. Like it's not just one dude running away because now he's screwed all his mates and they're gonna get him later.
Perfect.
Very nice, very nice. I look forward to see all of the the small synergies that might be something hidden and more interesting, for example, to the slingers than I would have suspected before, because 2 attacks and the shooting with the way that the flaming swords work, that can be more interesting than it looks. Plus the levies in this scenario, I think that they're not going to do they're not going to perform too poorly compared to all of the other goblins in the armies. It's very challenging to have the miniatures, the designs made by Rob for all the different type of goblins, the scraplings and the hobgoblins, the levies here, and the goblins from OG, from Orcs and Goblins, look different and play different. But I have to say that, strength 4, AP 1, armor 2, and discipline 7. This looks like Goblin Paradise.
Yeah, the Hobgoblins have got a better sort of military mindset than like ordinary goblins, because instead of they're militarized, they often engage in military tactics and the practices standard goblins, and they can buy better equipment, hence their huge halberds and thicker armor standard.
Nice.
I also love how the slingers have like the Fonz hairdo going on.
Anything to say on that, Rob? That's not in the book.
It's incredible. Can it be immediately put in the book, please?
Look at that.
We were speaking to the
I was
head of.
thinking more like a Wolverine, but I actually like the Fonz better.
Right.
That was more the
Actually, yeah, I can see it.
cyber chops
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Wolverine eyebrows, Fonz haircut. They're not to be messed with, man.
I hear they're led by a man named Huge Ack.
Can you give them a thumb up, like in the hand that's resting on the diaphragm?
Absolutely,
I
just.
could totally do that. That'd be easy.
Oh, mate, that's amazing.
All right, excellent. I think that these guys are ready for battle. Good. I'm gonna roll a die. I'm gonna see which map we're gonna use and who's gonna start to play first. And look at that, the hops go first, and we're gonna use map 2. All right, so just loaded up map 2, 3 pieces of terrain. Essentially, for the hops, we'll have to keep in mind that hindering terrain causes dangerous terrain tests for the cataphracts, and that it removes the steadfast bonus for the levies on that side. So, Tyranno, I don't know if you've ever seen a game of Essence of War being played before. In the simplified version of the game, you choose whether you want to deploy to the left or to the right. You deploy your entire army, and then you have first turn. That's as simple as that.
I'm learning as I go with this. I'm learning and watching. It's quite fun to watch, actually. This is really. I had no expectations going in. So.
Perfect.
And
Keep your
Rob's
expectations
really-
low, and you'll never be disappointed.
Best approach.
Love it.
And Rob's art has so much character. It's really fun. I was quite interested you chose a sort of a light orange skin tone rather than anything green or even like Dungeons and Dragons like bright red. That's quite.
Yeah.
I think I have seen goblins in that color scheme once or twice, but it was a long time.
There was some debate about this between Pataglio and I, but I don't know. I was going for, I don't know, in 9th Age, technically I don't even think that Orcs and Goblins are really officially greenskins. So, and I was trying to even remove the Hobgoblins further from Goblins, and maybe that isn't correct, biologically or whatever. But yeah, this is what we went with. If you
Yeah.
can suggest something more accurate, then I can certainly
No,
change
I
it.
think you've got something. As far as I'm aware, the orcs and goblins have a variety of skin tones. Green is just
Yeah.
one of them.
Right.
So I think
Yeah.
choosing this is fine, and considering they have probably the skin tones shift in the same way as humans would, just depending on their environment. There's nothing wrong with the hobgoblins having a different skin tone than the goblins. It's probably more accurate. Although
Well,
they,
they're going for
hobgoblins
tan,
do
kind of
have
the
access to
steppish.
green tide, so there is something.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was mostly like that banner was mostly added for flavor to keep them almost tied a little bit to the orcs and goblins, but not sort of tied at the waist.
Yeah, I like it. And that item is really good, so that's always nice.
Yeah, that was the secondary reason, was that we put it in there also to help the infantry out, because there are no cavalry units in the core section for hobgoblins, because we didn't want to have another Makar or KOE book
Yeah.
play differently. So we wanted the infantry to be playable, and actually like kind of not. We don't want to say force people's hands to take them, but we want the overall look of big waves of infantry that aren't very good. The real stars are the heavy cavalry that come in and flank, crush, whatever. Bogging. But you can also take green tide on cavalry, so don't count it out.
Yeah, I think that's one of the really interesting wrinkles of the book is some of the big cavalry units that you can get, putting that banner on them. It's going to be tasty,
Oh yeah.
beautiful.
In one of my only 2 games I managed to like test with hobgoblins. One time I'd ban up.
So Lucky Sixes, is that your deployment set?
Mate, I'm done.
You're all good?
Levy's
All right.
down the middle,
Ooh.
causing ruckus. Slingers from the forest, you can't even see him, giving you grief. And then around the side, late game, gonna be the winners. They're gonna be MVPs, right up there. Happening. This is it. Like, you can give up now, mate. You can give up now. It's basically done.
That is
We
scary.
can just keep talking about the book.
What's he saying, Joe? What's the Hobbs? What's he saying to his troops now?
I think he's thinking about how he can burn as many people as possible. So he's going, don't worry, I'm going to burn a lot of faces.
Yeah.
So you have to poke fewer faces.
How do you get that name other than burning some faces?
Yeah, right. First time he did it though, he burnt his own beard. That's why he ain't got a beard.
It does look like he's got some sort of beard, but it's
got a beard.
white.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah. But yeah, it used to be brown, and it's come back with no color. I mean, that's what I meant. Obviously, but I like it, Joe. That's good pep talk. It burns some Empire biatches.
Oh, by the way, I realize now that in our interest for the Hobbs book, we really haven't talked even 1 second about the Empire Patrol. So I think that most of the people
We're just humans.
yeah, they're just humans in a pajama, and that kind of stuff. Except for this guy, which are in the metal pajamas. But yeah. No, I mean it is interesting because as I said at the beginning, you also have 1 spellcaster, 10 shooters, and it's 15 not 20 infantry, and then the 5 and 5 cavalries. But they play very different because the slingers, I think that in combat can do much more than the light infantry, especially if they meet the light infantry in combat. Probably not if they meet other units. But the light infantry has better range with the shooting weapon, so it's kind of like one of one of the units is much more shooting oriented than the other. And then when it comes to the Imperial Guards, well, of course, they are way more elite than the Hob levies, of course. But there's also 5 fewer, so you know that's something. And also, interestingly, they can't be buffed because the Imperial Wizard has Corruption of Tin and Silver Spike, so damage and reducing the armor of the enemy. But on the other hand, the Fireface has Fireball and Flaming Swords. So you know when you consider the buffing potential of the +1 to wound on the Hob levies, that's wounding on everything on 2s essentially. It's kind of nice. And then when it comes to cavalry, what is interesting is that the cavalries, the 2 cavalries, are essentially just as tanky with resilience 3 and armor 5 for both of those. But the Hobgoblins are gonna do 2 attacks, and they're faster because they're agility 2. They're a bit weaker because it's strength 4 AP 1 versus the strength 5 AP 2. And the speed is the same, but they have both. So you know they look the same, but they can be used in different ways. And I think that we're gonna see, I'm gonna see just that in the following minutes. Is that your deployment, Rob?
Yeah, that's good for me.
Nice.
Oh, he's giving the cataphracts a wide berth.
Well, plenty of movement to get in and hopefully be shot. I mean,
Let's see what they're gonna do.
from Rob's
Yeah,
point of
man.
view, at least. Nice, guys. Enjoy the game. And,
Cool. Rob, mate, have a good game. Good luck.
Good luck to you, sir. Tom,
have fun,
Godspeed.
guys.
Yeah, man.
No pressure with the brand new book.
Hey, that's what I mean. I get the OP book, right?
Don't worry, Tom, I wrote it just for
see.
you.
Yeah, oh, fantastic. Brilliant. It does feel like it, actually. The more I talk to you about it, the more I feel like this is my army, you know?
Bring it on.
I'm sure there's plenty of great models.
Oh,
Buy for
yeah,
it.
yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely.
So many good ideas.
Mine go first, right?
Yes, sir.
You do, and I can mark the unit positions for you
Yeah.
in case you
Now-
want to backtrack that.
So, these light infantry, what's their range? Is it 30?
24.
20 is 24. Okay, cool. So, where's the old ruler majig?
It's tab. You can use tab.
Yeah. So, I mean, what Joe said, they're not really the type to go off on their own. I mean, they do hunt, but would they really go off? There's no musicians, which are an issue here. Because if I had a musician, I would turn back into the center and just stop. Don't worry about it. However, we haven't got that. So, in terms of military, what would they do? Probably we're seeing an issue with the electoral cav. My slingers can't deal with that. AP 0 can't deal with that too much. Gonna have to get pretty lucky, but that is my name. So,
Right. Isn't that just kind of your game plan? You're like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna get lucky. What do I want to do other than that?
right, exactly. So what I try and do is convince people that I've got a plan, and then I just get lucky.
And then
And
just
win.
roll 6s. And...
Yeah, right. So you don't have to do too much after that. But this is what this is. It's just me pretending like I've got a plan. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move these guys to within 24.1, so that they have to move, and then they'll be at long range. So would we be able to mark that? Is it shift?
Absolutely.
Tab.
I can.
Oh, here we go. So right there is where I want. So, using the... Oh no, I don't know why I did that.
F1 to go back into hand
Yes,
mode.
thank you for the gentle reminders.
And you don't need to use the numeric keypad. You can just grab them. You have plenty
Good
of
move.
movements.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, they're just gonna go roughly. There's that 24. Oh, that is perfect.
So
Right,
closest to closest, it's 23.9.
I thought I was on it. So right,
Maybe I'm wrong
okay.
about that, but that's what it's
I'll
showing
do
on my
that
screen.
then. which I think should be.
That one is good.
And then I also want to wheel a bit. Oh no! What did it do? Did I just turn them?
You gotta if you pick them up and then.
Oh,
turn
pick them up. Apologies. Right. Okay. So what does that look like? 24.8. Oh, we got a little bit.
Little wiggle room.
Here we go with this little butt. Yeah, we're looking good. So 4.5, a little bit more. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Whatever that is. 20. Is it? What's that? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Right. Then, we are gonna go with these chaps. They're gonna just go up, and they might go up quite a bit.
You did want these turned a little bit, right? They got kind of shifted around, I think. They
Yeah,
were
that's right.
sitting like so. Just wanted. That was
Yeah,
what you were going
that's
for. There,
perfect.
right? Okay.
Absolutely perfect. In fact, we even got the quarter of an inch. Oh yeah, that's well close. I've moved them in. Any good?
Yeah, we can call that 24. I think it's 23.9.
23.9.
Yeah,
That's so
24.
close.
You're
No,
fine.
no, I'm gonna do this.
Just
No,
leave
I'm
it,
so
man.
close. This thing is currently over 24 inches, so
Yeah,
they're
you're
just
good.
gonna have to move like so out of the cover. But hey, there's no one shooting them, so that's fine. These guys, I want the wizard, old Hobbs himself.
Sorry,
to
the
be-
sling is 18 range, right?
Yeah.
Oh, for slingers.
Mhm.
Well, they'll go up then.
Yeah. Slings
so-
are a very short, relatively short-range weapon by comparison to bows. So, yeah, they're more for on light infantry. You sort of get close,
Yeah.
you chuck them, and then you leg it.
Yeah.
You're doing with
Yeah, man. They're absolutely gonna leg it. They don't care. So, what's their movement? 4.
4.
a
correct.
standard goblin.
So that's probably 4, right?
So, Tyranno,
Yeah.
what do you think in terms of historically the +1 strength at short range? Is that something that computes from the way a sling would work historically?
I'd say probably no. But the reason the slings are like this is because we had to look at the VS slings, and because they were just called slings, and we had to borrow their design.
Yeah.
So this slings are much like the rule I got them supposed to get within slinging distance. Like the guys would run in, swing it around, quickly lob the rock, and then they'd disappear back into whatever forest or cover or even nearby to chuck things and vanish. Because they are armed about as much as I am now. It's just cloth. That's all slingers ever had. It was maybe some of them had like tiny little bucklers, probably just to catch arrows in, but it's not particularly defensive unit. The idea is just chuck stuff, get out, and you're supposed to be moving and mobile while you're doing it. So quick to fire is probably a better rule, but as I said, this was sort of where our hands were a bit tied. There's nothing about it. It's just how.
No. And it's different from
maybe-
bows, so that's it works in game terms, like in diversity terms. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Yeah.
the short range +1 strength makes sense because if you're that close to an enemy, you're going to throw that thing extra hard so that you can run away. So I think it fits.
I've also realised that what am I doing with the Cathrax? They can shoot, right? So that's
Yeah, they
exactly
got
what they're
bows.
going to do. So I've moved them so they're all just within 24 of these chaps. So I'm less than 24 away now. After all that minuscule movement, actually want them in. So there we go. That's what we've done.
So that you can
Okay.
do your shooting, but the back rank of the handgunners cannot. Okay.
You
Good.
got it, man.
Without moving, yeah.
You got it.
All right.
Yeah.
Looks like
You might be able to take some of the back rank off even.
Well, exactly. Yeah, there'll probably be like 3 left after this round.
Yeah,
Right.
maybe.
Yeah, that's it. I'm ready. Let's do this, Shizzle.
All right, flux cards. You can draw one. Nice.
Flip that bad boy. Oh yeah,
Look at
the
that.
big one.
The wrist.
6 and 4.
Remind me what the limit is on dice.
5.
So 5.
It is still 5. Fantastic. Right,
Yeah.
easy.
So Tyranno, in Essence of War, you only have, just simply the magic dice for the active player and for the reactive player, and that's it. End of story. No
Okay.
tokens. Easy one. Same limit of maximum 5 dice to cast one spell. Same thing, 3 dice rolling the same, so triple. Then you get a miscast if the spell is not dispelled. So in here we only have 2 spells, Fireball and Flaming Swords, which, are enough to make things interesting, I suppose.
Right, we're going for both here. I did consider 5 dice in Fireball, but it's too early. It's too early for big things like that. McFireface, he's been burnt before. So he's going to go 4 dice on Fireball. He still wants it. On the light cav. So here we go. Let's have some 6s, please. In the it's all right.
12.
12, yeah.
All right.
It's
I'm gonna
respectable.
throw all 4 of mine at that.
Oh, well done. Nice.
All right.
Strong.
You.
Ooh.
So I will 2 dice, which is still a risk. But I'll 2 dice Flaming Swords on the Cataphracts to give them some extra shizzle, needing a 7. Not quite. But he's still finding his
Tough
feet.
break.
Yeah, all right. He's a little spark. Don't
Well,
worry.
he's brand new.
Just getting warmed up. Don't worry about it.
His first
Don't worry.
day.
Yeah, yeah, right.
First day on the job.
Yeah. Straight over to Cataphracts. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Shooty.
Got a shooting.
Shooty. 5 shots. We've moved. We are long range. We started on 4s.
4. That's 5 dice at 6s.
6s. Here we go. Lucky 6. Not yet. Just. Yeah,
You're warming up
They're
too.
warming up.
Yeah,
too.
Everybody's just warming up.
Yeah. There's a warning shot though. That's what that is. So just getting our bearings. We're coming for you, light infantry.
Indeed.
They're sending the message that they won't stay 24.1 behind. They
Yeah,
want to
right.
get in. It's like, even if they don't do it, it's just sending a message. It's communicating
that's it.
something.
In fact, that's what they slung instead of bows and arrows. They actually threw messages at them.
Harsh words.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Letters of intent.
All right.
The bows on the cataphracts are actually historically an accurate thing, because the Persian cataphracts used to have bows on their back, and what they'd do with them is while they were not basically anything other than in combat, they would basically be firing their bows all the time, approaching an opponent, and as soon as they get close enough, they would sling it back and then switch out to their massive two-handed lance and collide with the foe. The lance would often just shatter, so at that point they'd then switch weapons. I've noticed that Persian cataphracts seem to favour the mace as a hand weapon. And the only thing I can think of is because of the way Roman helmets are, that they effectively look like they'd probably be playing whack-a-mole on their heads. Because of the strange shape of the metals. And
Bash those things in. Makes sense. And I think that was just kind of the Persian thing, is like, all right, we give everybody a bow, and if you're not doing what you're normally doing, you're shooting.
Yeah.
And plus, it makes sense. You just tap on the head of the Roman soldier, and just the helmet just sinks like 2 inches downwards, and the soldier can't see a thing anymore. So it's out of combat too. That works. Nice. All right.
There is I was going to say there's some funny accounts from Romans during that period where the Persians tried to use their cataphract technique, but they armored it on camels instead. And because of the extra height, they could put the spear like down between the shield.
Oh.
And the Romans even wrote about them, and it's quite funny because when you see how the Romans wrote about Persian infantry, it's just a lot of like taking the mick, and because Persian infantry is really bad, so the Romans are like, haha, our infantry is amazing. But as soon as the camels, like armored camels, pop up, it's just a lot of whining. So like, almost like they're complaining, like. It's almost like a mini version of the Night Forums at times. Like, this thing is overpowered.
Oh.
Get rid, bad.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Next,
Camels OP, please nerf.
next time I hear somebody from the Italian community saying something about, like, that's a specific thing, and I'll remind them. I'll point them to the. To the
Unfortunately, it's the Eastern Romans, not the Western ones. So it would have to be Greek players, not Italian.
No, Greek community is amazing. I can only talk trash about my own community.
Yeah.
I loved it when I went to Corinth. It's so beautiful. We visited. We were just going there for like geology lessons, and at one point we were about to go into one sort of caves, sort of near some mountains, near some caves, and then we just stopped by a lake, and there was just a tiny, like just one house on its own that served coffee and lunch. We just went there, and they were so lovely. They gave us free coffee. They were fantastic. Lovely.
Can't go wrong with free coffee.
Absolutely
No, you
not.
can't. Beautiful weather, and like then we get to see the lake with just like the water sparkling. Oh,
Memories
beautiful.
of the times where we still used to travel like mads and go to places and see things like that.
I know. I wanted to go to Corinth again.
You will do one day, my friend.
Oh, it seems like my camera's frozen.
What is it?
Yeah, it seems to sort of freeze everything.
No, alright. Looks like you're back.
Just thought you were posing.
Found the best angle.
And, silly.
It's working out. Yeah, so in the meantime, we see that Rob is being very cautiously advancing with the knights.
Yeah, beware, mate.
18.6. Afraid of those slings, huh?
Ooh.
I'm letting it develop.
Let them wear themselves out,
That's
a 20, so that's a impossible charge over there from the cataphracts and the Imperial Guards. With a double 6, the levies can make it. Interesting.
I mean, we all know who I'm playing, but
That's it, mate.
I think
Love a good boxcar. Love a good boxcar. Actually, I played a physical game today, and I had that as an offer. And I'm sorry and quite distraught to say that I did not take that offer.
You didn't take.
And,
oh my god!
I didn't know. However, I was playing elves, so I'm like, well, I get into character,
Gee.
Wussy, pointy ears,
That's one explanation. You know that the other explanation is that you're not aging well. Like it's
I know, that's it. That's it, right? Where's my risk? Where's my risk management going? I do. To try and counter it, though, I have all of my characters with only a 6-up Aegis, just as a thing. So
force yourself in the mood.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, Rob drew a card and he got the strongest one. 7 dice for you. All right, you're gonna cast
Big Daddy.
all of it.
Gonna need it.
All right.
I'm gonna need it for all the fun I'm about to have.
74. All right.
All right. So we are gonna start with a 3 dice corruption of 10 on the cataphracts.
Okay. Long range for these spells. It's a 13.
Good roll. That is a good roll.
No triple.
What do you think? They have good armor, Joe, right? They need their armor. Right?
Yeah,
They're all about it.
Yeah, the problem is that that silver spike doesn't appreciate armor either. So
Yeah, I think, you know what? I think I've got to try and take this while I can. 4 dice with 4 is risky. And even that's a good roll. We're all about our armor. That's the reason they're cataphracts, right? Let's do it!
Oh,
Damn.
ouch.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't need that armor. But
All right. Well, I think we all know what that leaves us with. Is a 4 dice silver spike, also on the cataphracts,
nice.
and
Woo.
I missed the button.
Need a 6, and you make it.
Oh, he tried.
Right. So 1 hit, strength 6, AP 10. They are res 3 across the board.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So
Squishy gobboos.
just need to not roll a 1.
Oh.
Fair. Fair.
First casualty. First bloods.
He did.
What's his name? What's a good cataphract name, Joe?
are you talking about the goblin or the dog?
Both.
Yes, both for sure.
Yeah. You'd never have one without the other.
I'm not up to date on Persian men's names, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Xerxes.
Xerxes.
Darius. Oh, Darius. Darius is a pretty common.
Darius. Right, well, he's
think,
the first to die, so.
The dog
You-
can be Xerxes.
Yeah. Also, Joe, we've taken one of, I think it's 30 models, so you've got a bit of time to think of the rest.
Yeah.
Oh no, and I'll have to open Google and just run through that.
But yeah, see you later, Darius and Xerxes.
Don't take too long because I'm gonna start shooting here.
Yeah, man.
All right. I think we determined I've got 4 shots. Yeah, because this guy's not in range. He's at 24. What is that?
Yeah, you're good. That's good. Equal to or less than. You're all good.
Oh my God, are we so completely parallel? Okay, so I've got, and you can check this if you want.
Yeah, no,
Please
I'm
do.
saying it.
3 in the back rank as well.
Lovely.
These 2 guys are not in. All right, so that's 7 shots
Yeah, man.
on 5s for long range. 1.
Oh,
A big 1. I mean, it
Come
could
on.
be a big one.
could be.
So, strength 4, wounding on a 3,
Yeah, it's a big one, to be fair.
and AP 2 plus corruption of 10. Got
Yep.
a 5 up.
Right, here we go. Some luck, please. Ah,
Oh.
not this time. Don't worry. Hold your heads up, boys. Bernie's got it. Hobbs will do it. To this one, right? Joe.
Well, I
Oh,
guess
no.
Bernie would have been a really good first name for him.
Oh,
Bernie
yeah.
Fireface.
Yeah. Right.
It's a solid pun.
Yeah. It's,
Middle name.
yeah. One of 7,
Yeah.
but he doesn't mention
It's-
them.
All right, nice.
Okay.
Scary
That
moments.
is my turn.
Yeah.
Moments for these guys.
That's about as well as it could possibly have gone for me, I think.
You're unlucky on the to hits. You could have got a few more.
I'm pleased with it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Is what I meant.
Right. Well, it's not going well. However, you haven't moved out of range. I mean, 36 range for fireball is massive, isn't it? We've just got to hope, I think, that we don't die in the next round. So, military, right? Continue with the plan until it goes completely tits up and then people start fleeing away. So we're not going to move whatsoever. What? I know.
What?
Yeah, we got a plan. Trust the dice completely. Take me out of the equation and any sort of
Nah.
movement,
Can
and
you?
it's all down to dice.
What about telling me that before I marked the position of all 3 units?
Yeah,
Ah, well, I guess it's for next turn.
I was
so,
watching. I was like, oh, probably.
Just leave it.
I
I'll
can.
let him.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, no, straight to magic, mate. Let's not
Okay.
worry about this.
Interesting.
Get right to the fun stuff.
Yeah, man.
Interesting.
Oh, the bottom bad boy. That's all right though. That's all right because
All right.
really,
3 and 2.
I know what I want.
The one spell.
Where is it? Here we go. Here we go. Fireball straight at it.
Yeah.
Fireball.
2. Let's do this. Time for Hobbs
Pew, pew.
to really get going. Oh yes.
Attaboy.
Oh yeah. Beat that. You can't. Yes.
So
No solution
Happy
there.
days. Right.
got your
So,
handy dandy D3 over there.
handy dandy. Is it R? It's R, isn't it? Yeah.
It's
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Woo. Here we go. Oh.
Sounds effect are the best. But
Right.
it is +2, so you know it can still work.
Yeah.
It can still work.
Yeah.
True.
3 ups
So.
to wounds. No
3
R.
ups to wound. Is it 3? Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's 3.
Right. Let's go. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
Alright.
That's what we're
See?
talking about.
it is happening.
3 dead guys.
The tide is turning. The cataphracts are going to carry on in that same vein. Haven't moved, but long range, so hitting on 5.
Also, I need to. Actually, is it health pool or number of models for panic?
Oh, yeah.
It's not, in this case it does work because it doesn't. You don't count the wizard as a separate thing. You count the rank and file.
So I
So that
do or don't have to take a panic check.
You do take a check. Yeah. You do
Okay.
take a test.
Pateglio is big on enforcing panic checks.
Well, he almost let me get away without not doing it.
Look
Oh,
at that.
Without
See
doing
that?
it.
Excellent.
That is generalship from your man.
Also, we haven't even mentioned
Oh yeah.
The-
Yes.
the other character that
This
exists in Essence of War is here today, Max Feuerbach,
Yeah.
as heard in the fantastic Swords Hill play-by-forum battle video on the PTG channel, and the wonderful voice acting from Mick Dickdock, our dear
Yeah,
friend.
that was incredible. Yeah.
So good.
Good stuff.
Yeah, man.
Actually, I'm thinking that this battle will somehow be featured in the Cravenlands Forum campaign at some point. I think that
Certainly right.
yeah, everything that happens with these guys is gonna be put into the history records. So you know,
There we
see
go.
nice.
No pressure.
We're gonna need some more official orders. Joe, as
Collectively,
well.
don't fuck up.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Gonna need some official one-liners from Hobbs, Joe. If you could help out with that.
Oh, I've got to translate all the Farsi. Great.
Yeah, please do. Right, so yeah, let Cataphracts 3 dice. Let's cause another panic, shall we? Boom. What?
One.
One.
Here we go.
No.
It's just they got to start firing arrows. At the minute, it's firing flowers. That's all it is. We got to pick up the arrows themselves. Right. The slingers are 18-inch from the Imperial Guard.
They certainly are.
So let's have a sling. Shall we? What exactly are they slinging, Joe?
They're supposed to be slinging clay pots full of boiling oil.
Right. Boiling oil.
Bummer.
It's It's based on a few things. Firstly, the rule for it. They have a more complex rule in the full book, which is effectively the idea is that they are not throwing things just to hurt people, but they're also throwing it to make them react. So when they're chucking like these things, which people can see have boil like steam just spitting from them as they're spinning through the air, their instinct is to put the shields up or try to block them. And then that is allowing the archers an opportunity to then fire at the exposed points.
Okay.
So basically, the more technical way of it is that the Hobgoblins have a rule called Iron Rain, which means if they shoot a unit in its flank or rear, they gain additional +1 to hit and +1 AP. But the Slingers have a special rule where if they hit something, they can put a token on it, and for the next thing that shoots it that turn, it counts as being in its rear. So effectively, it's distracting the target, and it's making to it and exposing them.
That's nasty.
The idea with
do they have to hit with that?
Yes,
Or
they
is
do
it-
have to actually land the hit. It doesn't have to be a wound because the entire idea is that it doesn't even need to be hurting people. People are putting the shields up to block it regardless of whether someone got cracked over the head.
Yeah.
The
But
little
you
clay
just need
pot
one
idea
hit
is,
from the unit.
Yeah, it just needs one.
Sweet.
The clay pot
awesome.
idea is actually something that I figured out from the Mongols, because they used clay pots full of gunpowder against the Japanese when they tried to invade, and it's the earliest use of ranged gunpowder we have. Because before the Chinese were just they had gunpowder. What they were doing is they were sticking it on the end of a lance and having the lance explode on contact with the target. It's goofy, but I guess if you haven't figured it out, like how to use it as a ranged weapon yet.
Yeah. What
there's no
What
real-
else do you do with a powder that blows up when you
Yeah.
spark something?
Yeah,
Stick it into
it's
someone.
good. Yeah. It's good. The Mongols, when they came across it, were like, "What are you doing? No, throw it! Why are you
You're
holding
doing it
this
wrong."
thing? It
Yeah,
explodes.
yeah.
Don't touch it!"
No, that's cool, man. It's
That's
quite
awesome.
interesting to see where the rules and stuff come from. So that's cool, man.
Oh yeah, a lot of the rules that are in this book, or some of the units, have come from very strange and far off places. Like the Alpha Karkadan is my favorite. It's how
So good.
bonkers that is, and where it's from. If anyone wants, I can explain it now. If you're not go fast. It's based on the. Sorry.
I just put the image of the Alpha Kakadan profile on the screen. So please
Okay.
go on. Let us know.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
This one's fun. Initially, the working name for this unit was the Steppe Unicorn, and it still had these stats. So just want you that to sink in for a minute and think what on earth's going on. But it's actually based on a real animal called the Siberian unicorn, which is its scientific name is Elasmotherium, but it's basically like a woolly rhino, but the size of a mammoth. And instead of having two horns, it has only one horn in the middle of its forehead, and it's huge. It's like a lance stuck on its forehead. But the joke idea we had for it was, well, firstly, we were looking for a big herbivorous animal to have as a mount, and we were going through various creatures. Some very strange ideas popped up, even just like a walking fish at one point, just trying, because we're looking through Persian mythology, really find anything that fit what we needed. But eventually we landed on the Elasmotherium, and it's big, it's dangerous, and we then stuck Magic Resistance 2 on it because it's the same as what unicorns
The
have
unicorn
in 9th
side.
Age.
Yeah, sweet.
But the
Unicorns
It gets
blew
better.
in then.
Well, it's got the
reason it's got
Taurosaur
the
rule.
yeah, it's the clone of the Taurosaur,
Yeah.
but with Magic Resistance 2 replacing the riders and the weapon. But it's also got one tiny difference, is that Sharp Horns is just changed to Sharp Horn
The
singular.
one.
Yeah, because it's got one long horn.
I like,
That's
I like that
high
it's
quality.
basically-
High
like
quality writing right there.
Yeah, man. I like that it's basically a land narwhal.
Yeah, it's if you ever get a chance to Google this animal, it's absolutely hilarious how big that horn is. It's monstrous, and we know even though the horns from rhinos don't fossilize because they're made of hair, they we do have cave paintings of them, and the cave paintings show it with this stupidly long weapon. It does the best description is just it's a lance's head. It's funny. Yeah, We gave it magic resistance though, not to show it's related to the unicorn, but just by coincidence. And then so the idea is that the hobgoblins have got kind of mixed up, and they've heard of a unicorn, and they've heard, oh, it's an animal with like hooves and a long like ropey tail and a single horn. Oh, we've got those.
Yeah, we have those too.
Yeah,
all over the
we have
place.
those. Yeah, the really big things that smell bad and they're really hairy. And then the Duke, like from a KOE kingdom, just going, what?
I don't think we're talking about the same thing. But Joe, did I hear you correctly that you were talking about is it Oannes, that like the walking fish man thing? You were
Actually,
thinking
no,
about
it
putting
was
that in?
no, it was actually going to be a Dunkleosteus, which is a prehistoric fish with jaws like a bear trap. But the idea originally was because there's supposed to be a giant fish monster in Persian, to try and find something that was a bit more threatening than just taking a large carp and lumping it onto the battlefield. We did look at Dunkleosteus.
I think you ended up with
Horrifying.
something cooler, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
Dunkleosteus
still be
is nasty.
I would still be scared of a large carp in the middle of a field. There's something going on there, you know, that I don't want to be a part of.
not right.
That's,
Yeah.
Probably
There's a
almost
chance that
certainly it's a pike.
miniature-wise,
Yeah.
fish on the battlefield, miniature-wise, they don't have the best reputation ever. Like, you know, in the last year or so, we've seen strange fish models, but you know, no, I look forward to the unicorn version. Sweet.
Right, so we got oil and tar and stuff, right? Slinging at the Imperial Guards. 10 of them.
Hot, yeah, it's hot stuff basically.
Hot stuff. That's what they call me. Flinging. So 10 of them hitting on 5s because of long range.
So the slinger is dancing to hot stuff. The song.
Yes.
Okay, good. So,
Yeah.
alright,
Hot stuff. Right, and we go. Here we go.
4?
4. Wounding on 4s.
Yep. Yeah, should be force.
Here we go.
Look at
Oh,
that.
just last minute, Joel com turned over. Here we go.
And is
Armor
it
4.
AP0?
AP0, yeah.
All right, so
Ooh.
3 up.
3 up.
Good luck.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we still lost one.
First blood.
Alright.
Bonked on the head.
Yeah,
Pour some oil. That's some hard
drowned
stuff.
in his own helmet.
Yeah. Lovely. I believe that is my turn, sirs and madams.
Yes, indeed.
So let's see. Charge phase.
Okay.
Turn 2.
Okay.
Alright. Here. And there.
Please say don't move after. It's the first Essence of War game where no one actually moves after the first turn.
So
I have
Toronto.
actually done that, I think, before, where I just did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
It didn't work
Oh, okay.
very well long term in that game, but
So
I did it.
The idea was sound, but
Tyranno,
execution.
if you've never played Essence of War before, the idea is that at the end of the 4th turn, that's why we have these 4 colored dice here, because each represents a turn. At the end of that, the player that has the most non-character, non-fleeing units in the victory zone, which is 6 inches from the center, wins the game. So there's no points. Since the patrols are pre-made, then we don't even bother with points, and you just decide like this how to win.
Okay, makes sense.
So that's why the moving around and being so coy about advancing is interesting. All right, 13.3.
10.
No short range possible. Good.
I'm actually gonna always go in the wrong direction with that.
He fears the bonk.
He does. Don't we all?
If you fail
Sure
a 3+, you can fail a 2+, you know.
the logic behind it.
That's the Twandanese wisdom.
Sounds quite similar to the dodgeball wisdom. If you can dodge a wrench, dodge a ball.
If you can dodge a slinger.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12.
14, 10 inches charge on the dice.
I'm not sure if this thing is really one. You know?
Yeah, I don't think they really want to charge me anyway, as Joe said. So we'll see what happens from right there.
I don't know, guys. I don't know about that. I think that these slingers with the appropriate magic support, they can do just about anything. It's like they are the unicorn. They are the unicorn of the army. They're the real unicorn of the army.
They get the horns from their pockets, strap them on, and let's go. On the head, I meant.
Thank you for clarifying that.
I did. I felt that comment. It wasn't thought through, and I needed to clarify for official purposes.
I was already checking, like, you know, it's going to be on your YouTube channel, so you know, you do what you wish, man. You're going to see.
There goes the demonetization.
I'll put that in the description.
So actually, that thumb for the fonts kind of mock-up, it has already become a different type of edit to the design that Rob is going to be asked to make. All right.
Absolutely.
Oh, they're moving. They're moving.
Yep. All right, that's movement for me.
I smell flanks. I don't know how you can smell a flank.
I don't want to, really.
All right, no charges. That's movement, magic phase. You can draw your card, Rob. Let us see what you get. All right, fine.
Nice.
Score. Just slightly less dice than I had last time to do the same thing.
Okay.
So I am going to 3 dice corruption of 10.
Mm-hmm. On the cataphract, meaning a 5.
Oh.
And you get a 10.
Oh, Joe, what's more important, mate? Come on.
Well, I'd say. Well, normally true. He has moved this turn, and he's still at long range. So if anything, his infantry are only hitting on 6, and you've managed to burn 3 of them away. So the damage that they'll do is probably pretty minimal. He'll probably hit once, and then there's a woman in 3 chances of him failing that. But
I'm hearing you.
the silver spike will just kill something. Like the silver spike is basically a guaranteed kill at this point.
We gotta keep stuff alive more than worry about our armor, right?
Yeah, like if you charge them, if you get the opportunity to charge them, they still won't bust through your armor.
Yeah, exactly. So our armor's good. It's good enough to withstand these petty magics that your man's throwing at us. So yeah, go ahead. We'll let you have it. That's a power play.
All right.
Keep it.
It's the non-petty magic you gotta worry about here.
Yeah, right.
Right. Speaking of which, 3 dice,
comes.
silver spike.
Yep.
Over here, as expected.
Oh,
Here's
we
what you
got to be.
Oh.
We got to be.
I didn't even make it.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh. What a mistake. That's right. That's right. See, we're happy.
I mean, at the end of the day, the spell failed, so you're still
Yeah, it
winning.
accomplished the same thing.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
All right, so now we got 5 6s. Everything's in long range still.
Sorry, it's 6 guys, right?
6, yeah, you got 6 there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Roll another 1.
Just can't count. Ah, perfect.
Why don't I shut up? It looks like I'm
Here we
always
go.
against the PDGs somehow.
No, hey mate, fair play is never against anyone.
And then we're wounding on 3s.
There we go.
Ah,
Thank you to the dice gods for not making me feel. Can you imagine what happens with a panic test that comes because out of this thing?
Yeah.
You know, that's
I don't know.
ugly.
That'd be class.
All right.
Yep.
So that's
Oh, yeah.
shooting, and that's the turn. Okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Halfway through the battle, charge phase for lucky sixes.
Right. We got some choices now, mate. Got some
Yeah.
choices.
Yeah.
So, we're military. We're not going to go guns blazing, are we? Or are we? I don't know. I think that's a... We're not going to do much to you, but you are not going to do much to me. Are you? I don't know. Let's have a look.
How
Let's
How far
just
away are the
take these electoral
cataphracts are
cav.
probably a bit of work.
Now, you are strength 5 all the time. That's the issue.
Yeah, that's
5 attacks. Coming at me. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. You do a decent job, right? Sling it. There's no
Outfill?
shoot. We could make it longer so that we potentially got 2 rounds of shooting. I went first, so we've got 2 more turns. We've got to make sure. If the thing is, if they take a charge and fail, then they're out of the game, just like we are. But then we can. That's not a problem. We got to protect the levies. Can the levies take them? Agility 0, right? For the old electoral rules.
Correct.
We got all them attacks.
Not hitting
Going
on
at you.
3s, those, because they're offense 3 anyway, right?
Oh, are they? I thought they were 4.
No, they're 3.
Oh.
No, they're not the upgraded.
Not the big
the
timers.
Exactly. They're the regular.
Didn't look like
maximum
knights.
cavalry.
Right, so we have got to move up these electoral cav a bit though. We are what? Oh, not them.
Those are my guys.
Oh yeah, sorry. I keep forgetting. So we don't want. So we're gonna move these in some crazy fashion. Can I draw?
Yeah.
I draw like a line. Is that their line of sight? Oh, that was pretty good.
Wow.
Very good.
Well done.
So
Their position is
can
nice.
we take them in combat, right, Joe?
I'd say that you could probably draw them out for a bit because he can't chip away at you very well, and your dogs, their bite is worse than their bark.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Plus, you can spend a turn moving in, and if you just want to place them rather than charge, you place the unit and take off some lighting.
Yeah, right. So movement 7. Let's move them. Let's actually use the thing first. So if I pick it up and then go. Oh no. It's 7, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Without picking them up, just box selecting. Exactly.
right. Okay. So yeah. So that's 1. Then we go forward 6. Let's see where that takes us. So that is, what are we from these guys? 14, I think. 14 is a 10. You ain't got the cojones, mate.
You're probably right.
So Imperial Guard versus them. Now we're good. I think. Let's just move. Oh no, let's go back. So let's go 1 inch. Let's change that back to that. 1 to there. I mean, now you're in my front, I think. Oh no, let's go 1 more. Oh, he stopped, sorry. And let's go 1 forward. Or do we need to? One more turn anyway. 12.3 at the minute, that makes it an 8. Probably not going to happen. Slinger's going to move back. Yeah, let's move. What do you need? Currently, you need an 11 point. I can't be closest. 11.1 to 12.
Yeah.
It's 12.
they're-
12
they're
the
here.
closest.
It's 11, I guess, because
11,
There was,
okay.
There was
Well, 4.
dude in the
11.
background.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
So
That's a
current
4.
and your movement like high in, yeah, like 7.
7.
So you need a 4.
Mhm.
And I can move back 2, so I can give you probably. It's only a 5 or 6, so. But you got no swift stride, so let's move back 2. So let's go 1, 2. Not worry about it. Let's do that. That gives
I've
you.
failed easier rolls than that before, so.
Yeah, right. It could happen. It could happen. So we'll see. And that's the job lot, and that's what we're gonna do. So,
All right.
on to Magia Magique, right?
Bring it on.
Yep.
Phew. We got this. I think we got this. I think we're in control. In control, right? Right, Joe? Tell me I'm in control.
Yeah, you're in control.
Yeah,
That's
man,
the entire
yeah.
point of Hobgoblins. You're supposed to feel like you're a military general in charge, not
Right.
rather than like a bunch of imbeciles like the normal goblin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw shade at them all, you silly idiots.
Well, they're just,
Like,
they're old hat now. Who cares? We got new
Yeah,
shiny
literally.
goblins.
they're just like hood thugs. I mean, they literally look like them.
Right, so we are gonna go for a small fireball, I think, because if we can get a little cheeky panic test on this back unit, then we're gonna. But also, flaming swords off on some shooting and stuff be well helped. So 2 dice on fireball. Where's fireball? On the back unit. Let's keep to that. See what he makes of this.
Nice.
Nailed it.
5 you needed.
Oh my
Sweet.
goodness! Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Right.
squeaky bomb time.
Yeah.
He's
Happy days.
splitting spells on a 5 to 4. I take back what I said before for you not charging on a double 6 because splitting dice on a
Brave man.
What's
Yeah,
that
right.
for class, man? That's class.
Hey, that's it. We got this. We got this. We're gonna get the
Uh,
spells off, I
let's
think.
see. I could throw 1 dice at this
Oh,
and then
yes.
make flaming swords a roll off,
Oh,
or I just let it happen. Oh shit!
you've passed one panic. There's nothing to say you wouldn't pass another.
Right? Yeah. There's nothing to say I will though.
It's not like humans have really bad leadership.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
it's not like my general is discipline 7.
Especially this guy who's renowned for his leadership skills.
Oh, come
He
on!
looks really grumpy. Jeez.
Don't bash Maximilian. He was working with
He's
the
done remarkably well
with
for
the
having
Yes.
discipline
with the
7. Let's put it
marshal.
that way.
True, actually.
He
Yeah.
was left on his own, just out of sheer willpower. Look at the eyebrows. That's like that's telling you
He's
the willpower he
survived.
has.
Undead. He's survived. Pissed off. KOE.
Did he fend them off with the power of his eyebrows? Like, good lord.
Hey, let's not bash big eyebrows. Yeah,
He's Vulcan.
I'm not. He's the one who's bashing with big eyebrows.
that's true. That's true.
All right, I am actually going to just stop this fireball.
4 dice.
Oh, yeah?
All right.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Okay, fair play. Good choice. So we're gonna go 3 dice, flaming swords. We're gonna do it on the slingers. Give them every chance possible. Do some magic buffage. Here we go. Yeah, nice.
All right. It's
Made it.
done.
Very nice.
Head on.
Right. So we're gonna start our shooting with the Cav. We've got some revenge to take, and
Yeah.
they've got at least 1 arrow strung between these. They've moved, and they are still at range, I believe.
Long range. Yeah.
Yes.
So we are at 6s, bad boy.
Sixes.
Lucky 6s. Here we go. Yes.
What is it?
There's 1. That's the one that was strung. The strength 3, res 3, wounded on a 4. Here we go.
Oh, I almost saw that. I almost saw that.
Oh.
Ouch.
He did actually string an arrow, but he forgot to take the cap at the end off. So it's just bounced off.
They've just been. They brought all their practice arrows. They
Yeah.
grabbed the wrong quiver
Right.
at the door this morning.
effectively the same as like a safety on a gun. That's
Yeah.
what they've. It's just no one's told him. Come on, Hobbs. That's a simple thing. Slinger time. 10 of them.
Bad leadership.
Yeah. They have moved and long range though, so they're 6s.
Yeah.
So this is the hard part. Boom, boom. How many 6s are there? Whoa, a few.
That's a couple.
A few. Strength 3, res 3, but flaming swords.
The target, by the way, just to be.
Oh, definitely the cav. Sorry,
The
yeah,
cav,
all
right.
on the cav.
Just to be on the explicit side.
We're clutching. We are clutching there.
So it's 3 ups now.
3 ups now with the magical buff. Yeah, what?
All right. And then 2 ups on the cav.
Yeah, loads of armor.
Two.
Oof,
Okay.
just barely.
Oh,
We're good.
that's
We're okay.
Hit the leather strap on it, but yeah, that's fine.
I saw that one rolling there.
So did I. That's what I was looking at.
This is so much more entertaining than just getting them in the chat like you do with other games. And like you see, no, it's a 2. Okay. Good. All right, so that was shooting.
That's it, mate. Yeah.
Yep.
Surprisingly low death count, considering.
Yeah, still no combat.
But here we go. Yeah, it's on.
Well, let's see this then. What happens?
Okay. That is 12.8, so a 13, meaning I need a 6 from the electoral cavalry.
Good luck, sir.
And then this would be need a 9 were I to do that. Let's see here. What's this charge? A 10.
That's a 10.
Take them on.
Do it. We're ready.
No. All right,
No.
so all I'm gonna do is this one
Yep.
here. Your
You have to
reaction.
channel you have to channel Palpatine harder if you want to convince him.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't the best Jedi moment, was it?
Do it.
You know what? We've got this. I reckon we're going first. We've got +1 to wounds. We're offensive 4. I think we got this. We're gonna hold firm, guys.
All right, and I can
Yeah.
always fail. Oh God, why did I say that?
Here we go. Lucked out, boys. We lucked out.
All right, well, that's just 1, 2.
All right.
It's not particularly bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely not good, really, either. But
It does put him in the short range.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Well, him. Anyway.
it
Oh, the other
doesn't
guys.
After movement,
actually.
yeah.
Well, if you just shuffle a bit.
Oh yeah,
I'll-
you can
I'll move
move
up.
and suffer
After
an
movement.
aim penalty, but you get the strength bonus. Yeah, I see. All right. Well, that was anticlimactic, but it is what it is.
I don't know. It depends on which side you're on.
And
No,
then
we wanted it,
the-
Joe. We wanted it. We were gonna smash them up in combat and.
I am
go for it.
unfortunately biased to one side on this, yes, because this is my book. This is my baby.
Oh yeah, I expected.
I
that.
don't
That's
like seeing my
totally
baby
fine.
getting beaten over the head. Wait, that. Oh.
That'll be weird. Now stuff gotta happen.
All right, the Imperial Guard are just gonna go.
Trying to get away from the cataphracts.
So we need an 8 right there. Pataglio, will you give me a judgment on whether I'm currently scoring or not?
Very interesting. So I'm using the power
Alright.
of the magnifying glass, and I would say
I'm just gonna do
no.
this, and it won't matter.
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
You're
yeah, it's the infamous movement tray, but not the model.
right.
Yeah. Which is totally fair. And I think
Oh, so now I can mark the shape outline of these guys as being in the zone. Blue bars. So for the chat, for the viewers, we are using this square, this blue square around the symbol for the Imperial Guards. That shows that they are now in the zone, so you can track at any time who's a scoring unit and who's not.
I'll just use a moment to check the forums to just see if there was anyone like advertising this or have. But I found that someone's left opened a topic in the Hobgoblin thread, which is just nothing but a big thank you, which I've never seen. Actually, warms my
They're
soul.
good people, man. They're good
we're gonna have to
people
go
in Night
post
Phase,
in
honestly.
that.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
never saw anyone do that with Makar, and I feel like that's quite a well-made book, and I feel like no one gives that book the credit it deserves, but it is what it is.
yeah.
I mean, I might just be completely biased. due to my love.
I wouldn't take it personal. Normally, if there's silence, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
As well. So if anything, take that as a big thumbs up.
All right, that's my movement. I'm gonna leave it right there.
Nice.
So magic.
Or-
3 and 2. All right, so I get this back. So I'm gonna 3 dice silver spike on the cataphracts.
Going for it, just the
You can do much here.
just the damage. Oh, we can roll really high.
You can't roll that high.
No, I can't. Good roll.
Thank
I mean,
you.
you can roll a 1 technically for this.
Should we see how
I
hard we
can
tried?
Screw this up.
Unbeatable 13.
Averagely.
All right,
No, you're right.
and for the wound, not a 1. It's a fucking 1.
Praise be to Sana.
Alright. The
we
bear
go.
dogs live to fight another day, another turn.
Okay.
Literally another one turn, because, and that's it.
Nice.
And then we have 6 shots on 5s. It's a lot of force.
Oh, it's a lot of force. Looks so
Alright.
good, doesn't it? You look down
It
the table.
sure does.
Actually, that looks really good. Oh man.
Oh, that looks like my game the other day. Just like hitting on like hitting with my bows on 5s, and I roll like
Yeah.
24s. I'm like, thank you, Universal.
Almost
Battle.
anything else, this would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
If that was
and-
like to hit in combat, that would be. If that was actually to wound, that would have been insane.
Oh man.
Oh man,
Look
here we
at
go.
that.
Oh.
Here we go.
Okay, so in
Living a
hindsight,
charmed life.
I should have just marched them up 8 inches,
Yeah.
and then I would have been out of your line of sight and all that stuff. But
Just,
Aw.
you live and you learn.
Yeah.
That's it, mate.
But
I
on that
know.
note, I'm gonna go grab another beer. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries.
Sounds like it's deserved.
Yeah.
Or
Slash
needed.
needed. All right.
well, this game's got really interesting. Like it started quite. I get like the Hobgoblins weren't doing well at the start, getting very unlucky and losing 2 of the cataphracts so quickly,
Yeah.
and doing like granted nothing damage for ages. But now it's suddenly flipped,
Yeah.
and the Hobgoblins have a chance to take the game now.
That's it. It kind of happens when you play Essence of War. It's you have this thing. I think that most of the games I've played were decided in the last phase of the last turn, which is crazy. It's like practically none of the games I've played at 4,500 points were decided at the last phase of the last turn. And I'm not saying that all of them in Essence of War get like this, but most of them, the absolute striking majority in the last turn, maybe not in the last phase, but definitely in the last turn. So yeah.
I'd put money on it being the low number of units, meaning that, like, unless things just completely whitewash, you can almost come back a lot easier, and it's a lot harder to basically just chip away at people and then actually gain an advantage. Like here, if you chip away at stuff, all you're doing is you're chipping away at units that are going to stick around. But if you do it to another army, you've, like, for example, cleared off the chaff, you've cleared off a support unit, and then you can swing in and crush right during the mid game and the late game isn't as important. But I think here it's because the low number.
So, I mean, so the idea is to get to the circle. At the minute, all of his currently can march into that circle bit, and he's second turn, so you don't care about me countercharging or nothing. This is the last turn. So
Unless you kill stuff.
this is it. So what I need to fashion away is to work out how I can get the cataphracts in the circle while still being able to threaten that back unit.
Yeah.
That's what I've got to try and do. I think I can get them out of line of sight of this Imperial Guard unit, which is the key. It leaves a lot of pressure on Fireball and stuff as well. So can I shoot? And I'm not sure I can.
So another thing that you have to keep in mind is that you cannot voluntarily put a unit within 1 inch from another unit.
Yeah.
Or from 2 other units. Which means, you know, that where YouTube lands in a part of the, you know, you can also block the movements because they either charge you or they cannot step in, for example. That's also a possibility.
How far away are the cataphracts from the light infantry?
That's a 14 inches charge, 13 and a half.
7 on the dice.
My personal bet would be to charge the cataphracts into the light infantry and take them out, because then that disables the magic and it stops the light infantry coming in as well. Whereas now that gives Tom dominance.
Right, and I need to do what? 2 wounds in 1 phase to cause a panic on the cav as well. So that's it. But which is, if I can get 2 wounds off, granted a lot of AP naught, so flying around. But
I think it also neuter them in combat a bit. So, and you can just shove you. You can also just block him with the slingers. Like you can just walk into his face. Just go.
But then I'm going for like a draw at absolute best. So if we're trying to win or draw at worst, it's a lot of fireball stuff on that, or cataphracts maybe moving in. I don't know. But they can't get into the circle and shoot.
No. This is fiddly. This is very fiddly.
So, in order to get the win, what would I have to do? Slingers on the cav, fireball and cataphracts shooting at the. Yeah, but then the light infantry is gonna. Yeah.
Because the light infantry will just walk in. Is the problem, unless the cataphracts physically sit.
Yeah,
in such a way.
I think there's got to be some sort of unified military unit move where they all do something on their respective counterparts and do it like that. You're right. You've convinced me. Let's charge that bad boy. This one, over to there.
Here?
Let's go. Yep, absolutely. Cataphracts into
7.
there. Needing a 7. Let's go.
Attaboy.
Let's also. Yeah, I said also. Charge in. We're going for the win. We're not sitting around. Let's charge the levies into the Imperial Guard.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Okay, I'm holding with both light infantry and those guys. Any more
Let's make this
also?
a flashy game, guys.
Yeah, and I mean, what do we need? What do we need over it? It's a unit, 10, 11?
Gorgeous.
No,
You're gonna make that one as well. Brilliant. You need a 7.
we're doing it. We're doing it all. Well, let's absolutely. You know what? Do this.
boy.
Do this. Do this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So many lines at you.
So what you need for the levies in there? That's what's that?
7.
8, 7.
It's a 7 if it's
Their movement 4, right?
Movement 4. Okay.
4,
Yeah. So
Yeah, so
8.
it's a 12.
Perfect.
That's an 8 there.
Slingers
And we said
are-
it's a 7 there.
So 7 for the outside, 8 in the middle.
All right.
Don't worry about it. We got this. We got this.
Big
Right.
time. Who's
Big
first?
time, Charlie.
Bring it
We're
on,
gonna
sir.
Come on, Hobbs. He sends the order. The throat singing's coming.
Who's first? From the top? From the bottom?
Yeah, Cataphracts. Let's go. Needing a
Cataphracts.
7. Boom.
Bring it on, bring it on!
Oh. Right.
The suffering. The suffering.
Brutal.
2 dice in the middle. Needed an 8. Let's go for the big win. Got an 8. Got an 8.
All right, we got that one. It's a
I'll
big,
take that.
big one.
And the other one needing a 7. Slingers into the electoral cav. People said it couldn't be done. People said it. Oh,
And they
were right.
People were right.
They were very
People are
right.
occasionally right sometimes.
Yeah, right. What's that about? Okay. Well, the flanks didn't go so well, but Hobbs himself, you know, the conviction he has, it was enough.
It's the very short leadership range. It extends to his own unit and no farther.
Yeah, and I think the fact that he got just an 8, I think really meant just he was dragging the whole unit along with him.
Yep.
So,
Go
yeah.
Met
No, let's go.
Face.
Go on. Come on, Hobbs. We got this. Oh, no. That one. Oh.
Is this you acting out him dragging them? with
Yeah.
him?
There we go. Perfect.
This is RP.
Done.
well, dude.
Right, and then the other. Oh, whoa! I pressed the wrong thing.
No worries, I can put that back in place.
Okay,
Yeah, well
I just
Oh,
forgot
that's
to. I was doing so well. I was so in character, and then that happened. Technology works against me. Right. Then this unit. We move. Ooh.
So it's a
What happened
wheel.
there?
Just like
2
two
wheel.
wheel by 2.
Yeah. Sorry, I've I think I've been kicked out. I'm not sure. Click here
Have
to
you?
return. No, I haven't
Oh,
been.
Yeah,
Forget about it.
Yeah.
we can see that.
I'm still here. My computer just froze up for a bit. Don't worry about it, folks. We're all good. So yes. So move. What do they get? Sorry.
You got 5.
Put-
You
oh.
supposed
Go
to-
5, yeah. That's why you have the 5 dots.
Of right.
So that's your center to center line.
Sound. So I think. So they go 1. Oh,
You're still on point 5.
maybe-
so it's
point
maybe
five. Sorry. Yeah.
I can
That's
help
all.
you with that because there's I think that there's a slight issue with the how's it called, with the frame,
Right. I see.
right? So if I select the frame and then I move it there, all right, that's good. And then I can put them over there,
Sound.
something like that.
more like that.
And now I can do a wheel exactly by 1 in this direction, maybe another 1,
Yeah.
2, even a 3. What do you think? Yeah, right.
Oh, that's it. That's the one.
To get
And then
pointed
4 and 5. All right. So that'll be it. Because sometimes it's best if you move the frame to the side so that the wheeling
Fair
is
enough.
appropriately done.
Cool. These should be all right though, right? So
Yep.
they rolled a 2 and a 1 though. So,
Yeah, so that's a 2. This guy.
moving by 2.
1, 2.
Nice.
And yeah, they might just watch the rest of the game out. So cool. Magic.
Go for it.
Let's
Do
go
it.
for that. Let's do it. Here we
5
go.
and 2.
Perfect.
Solid.
Perfect. The best one. 5 and 2. Right. I can't do fireball,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm straight over to flaming swords.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, one could use 3 to be sure 4, but I think it's that kind of game where we need 5, isn't it? So let's roll 5 dice to flaming swords just to be sure. Let's do this. Big
Crazy
time.
man.
Smashed it.
Well done.
There we go. There we go.
Totally.
He's going out.
Very nice.
He's going out big.
All
I
right.
can't dispel.
Go,
so-
guys.
Yeah,
in.
2 dice.
Winning
Yeah.
on
Right.
twos. How scary is that?
Yeah, man.
Look at that.
Right, I have no shooting because they're currently halfway through failing charges. So yeah, we go over to the Imperial Guard, really.
Am I first?
I think it should be the same time.
Oh, how interesting.
3
That's
and 3.
agility
Yeah.
3 for both of you. Mm-hmm.
For both. Yeah, I'll let you go first, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Such a gentleman.
Oh, always.
All right.
That's
So
maximum 4 on Mech 5 face.
offensive. So I'm hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. On the levies and against him, it would be the same.
I think he's got better armor, is he?
He
Yeah, he's
does
got
have
slightly better armor.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
All right. So it's easier combat res against everybody else. We're just going to put all 10 on the rank and file.
Yeah, man.
So 3s and 3s. Got 6
6.
and 3s.
Oh my
Damn.
days. Here we go.
Okay.
2, though.
Yes, with AP1.
AP 1. So some 6s, please. Boomtown. Ah, no, not quite. Not quite. I'm not channeling it. I'm not channeling it tonight. Until now. Oh yeah. So right, what these levies got?
That's 2,
Yeah,
if I may.
please do. Right. So they got 1 attack each. We got 9 attacks, I guess, from them.
Mm-hmm.
Who are slightly better in combat than the Conjurer. So let's do him first. Start off
Conjurer, you mean
he as he
Conjure-based?
would. An old Hobsorer. He is hitting on 4s.
4.
Yeah.
He's
He's
boy.
wounded.
3.
Yeah, boy, wounding on a 3 because of flaming sword. So, no.
Oh.
Alright.
I was hoping to lead by example. I hope he's not.
He's already got his flaming mace,
Yeah,
which
right.
is glowing.
He's happy. He's just like
So
swinging
fun.
it around. And going, yeah.
But
Right. So
he didn't
9.
actually hurt anybody with it.
No. It's like special effects fire rather than actual fire. 9 attacks
Mm-hmm.
hitting on 4s.
4s.
Here we go. Here's the time. Nick some of Rob's 4s.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take.
That's 6.
6.
And they wound on 2s.
Wound on 2s though. So the big one.
Whew.
No 1s split. Oh, that's all right.
Okay.
That's
Take
all
a
right.
couple 1s.
Yeah. 4.
And then it is AP1.
Yep.
We still get 4 ups
4
Yeah,
up
man.
on the save.
on 4.
They are tough.
And 2
Yeah.
down. Alright.
2.
Here we go.
Alright.
It's a test.
It's a 2 on 2. Yeah.
I'm pretty. You've got to be pleased with Levy's matching the Imperial Guard, haven't we?
Yeah. And I mean, you
Yeah,
get
not
charge and +1 rank, so you win by 2.
Yes.
Right?
So I am testing on 6. Because they actually have Discipline 8.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is that better than your general?
It sure is.
Yes. That's one of the reasons why we have this Cravenlands campaign, to explain why this wizard was left on his own, trying to deal with this patrol, which is more qualified than he is, between the Imperial Guard and the Electoral Cavalry with Discipline 8. That's, what you're doing trying to lead them, and that's where the campaign starts, fluff-wise. Test on a
Yes,
6.
The marshal that was leading this patrol was killed, and then he's just kind of left like, well, I guess I'm in charge now. We'll see.
And we'll see how much he's on charge.
All right, so testing on a 6.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, 6 stops here. And 6.2 stops there. Ooh.
Oh.
Levies!
Are you going to pursue?
No.
I thought that was an extremely slow. Are you kidding me? It's for extra effect.
I mean, admittedly, they didn't go far.
1, 2, 3, 4. Although I think it's just far enough for you to have no longer been in the zone if you had pursued and caught them.
Hindsight.
If you had rolled exactly the same. So
Yeah. We can swivel though, can't we?
You can,
And again,
yes,
excuse
correct.
Right. So with that, if I pick them up and swivel thusly, not that it makes overly much, but scenic.
Yeah, just
We're
screaming
looking
at
at
them.
you. We're looking at you, Maximilian, with our flaming swords / maces. One
got
more
a
turn.
little
One more turn.
fireball
We got you.
Yeah. I'm always happy that things never extend to turn 5. I don't know what would have happened next.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do I want to do one of the charges?
Do it.
All right, we want to see. We'll give the people what they want. The Electoral Cavalry are charging the levies.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
They need a 4, because it's 11.
Mm-hmm.
I assume you're holding.
Absolutely.
Okay, sweet.
We don't flee, do we,
We're gonna
Joe?
fail. Oh, look at that.
Now I get
Oh, no.
level 6.
Oh, blimey. Using my
Wow.
own 6s against me. Blimey.
I know.
That's just rubbing it in.
Feels wrong.
Well, at least he rolled that for leadership as well.
Well, it's true. It's true.
We had a Dread Elf player locally who's currently Japan, so he's away, but he was infamous for his dice being insane. Like, we tested his dice. Nothing wrong with him. He was just a god at rolling. But if someone
He's
in our...
my kind of guy.
Yeah.
He makes you look unlucky.
Join
This is
a
how
Well,
ridiculous.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's-
Let me tell you the quick story. We had a dwarf player, and this dwarf player was really annoyed with how lucky this guy got. So what he started doing was he started giving only charge ranges that required a double 6, just to see what happened. And he recorded that the guy didn't take them every time, but every time he took them, he
He'd
did it.
make it. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
It's like the sort of that silly Sex Panther perfume from Anchorman. It's like, this time,
60% of the time.
every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets even funnier when you comes to him taking panic tests, because he always failed them.
All
And
right.
it was often-
At least they were consistent, right?
Yeah, it got better when he started using a dragon for a while, and we got it to flee off the board turn 1 about 50% of the time, because he put chaff just a little bit too close to it, and so we like, okay, just shoot it, this is gonna be funny. And then they go off, run through his unit, and like, well, panic tech,
But come
flee
on.
distance.
At least then you have a
Dragon
nice
off the board.
game plan for it.
Yeah. Right.
But tell us the truth.
Yeah.
He didn't go to Japan willingly. That was sort of an exile. you told him. Like,
It was to
Take
find
your
better.
dicks with you.
Yeah.
I think he went there to find better dragons. That's what he went to do.
Fair enough. That's
Clearly,
a
the
good place
European
to be.
variant wasn't
Quest.
working. He was
Yeah.
looking for
Or a
Mizuchi's.
lucky dragon.
I mean, they are lucky in Japan. At least he was looking in the right places.
All right,
But
I'm gonna try to rally these dudes over here. Nope.
Oh,
We out of here.
they keep going.
And they're going 7.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Look at the switch caps go.
But nobody else really cares.
it looks like they're just discussing something behind the hill now.
Yes.
So,
I mean,
do you
those
go
levies
around?
are scary. Flaming swords and the conjurer.
Mm.
Yeah. We did give levies plenty of options to make sure that people could do something. Because there's only 2 core units in the army, so we thought, we might as well give people the option to do stuff. Them, like, get creative.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying halberds was too strong for them, but at least it makes them, like, clearly useful.
Yeah.
I don't think that combat would have gone anywhere near as well if sword buffing the wizard.
Yeah.
That does make it scary, for sure.
The scariest of goblins, absolutely.
That's the intent. The intent was to make hobgoblins the serious goblins, whereas the ordinary goblins are the.
The absurd goblins.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They
That was
definitely
good
are
as well.
serious.
That was. I like that, Joe. That was. Can we record it so I can put it on my phone?
You and Mick TikTok are going to
Oh,
be the official
don't! I'll
voice
be here all
actors.
day. I can make so
Yeah.
many silly impressions.
Mick is going to do all the voice work, and you're going to do all the Foley stuff. And
Yeah.
got it pretty much handled.
But between you two, we've got D&D covered, right?
For sure.
Better than a lyrebird.
Okay.
I've been working on my Kermit the Frog, so give that long enough, and you. I don't have any money.
Oh, don't. Oh, I was gonna say, don't bring out all your A game straight away. Build up to it.
So I can basically only do. Can I can cast Corruption of Tin into combat, right?
I mean, you can, but I'm going to disappoint you now. But the slingers are button.
Oh yeah, they don't have any armor.
Yeah.
So, cool. All right, well then we'll just do a silver spike. I guess I need a card.
Yeah.
All right. So, now we'll do a silver spike at the levies.
Boundary in. Okay,
I
correct.
can see that. I think I can just barely see that guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't matter. It won't. It's not enough to cause a panic.
Oh yeah, you can.
So we'll just do that. Get it.
Well, we've got a chance.
10,
10.
yeah.
We've got a chance, fellas. With 2 dice, right? Boom,
Yep.
boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
Oh, we will. We tried. We tried hard.
Okay, and then wounding those guys on 2s.
Yeah, man. It's definitely just one. It's not just one, is it?
It's just 1.
It is
Yeah.
just one, yeah. That's
Oh, right. Okay.
strength
It's only
6.
more if they have more HP.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Big time.
Mm.
One dead guy.
That was
there.
yeah. Who's that, Joe? Who's just died?
Cyrus, what's the English? What's the English version for Ciro in Italian? Would be another Persian ruler. Ciro.
Cyrus.
Cyrus,
the Great.
possibly.
Yep.
Cyrus.
This
He's-
is Cyrus the okay.
Yeah. Right. The mediocre.
The pretty good.
Cyrus,
All right.
not to
It is your slingers, I think. We're on to
Ooh, here we go.
combat.
We've got this. We have got this.
Certainly have a chance to got it.
With chancing the gotting. 10 attacks. No.
Oh, it's gonna be
Not
15.
10 attacks.
Alright.
15 attacks.
I think we
Whoa.
just lost Joe.
Oh no, he's gone.
On
This is the actions happen.
Oh, did we?
So
Oh, snap. All right. If you're still
I'll look.
seeing the stream, come back. You'll be welcome.
yeah, man.
Are you hitting me on? Oh, it's because you have paired weapons. You're hitting me on 3s.
So yeah. So
15
offensive
attacks
4.
sitting on 3s. Yeah.
Ain't that some shit?
Before
We've got
you.
this though.
Oh yeah.
We got a chance. We got a chance. A couple of ones your way. We got this. So 15. So boom, boom, 3s. I mean, the first one was very, very good.
11.
So
That's
11. Yeah, this is good. So strength 3, res 3. We're
Res
looking at
3.
4s. 6 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, look at the flaming
Get
swords.
we can get.
What they would
Oh
have
yeah,
done.
imagine.
Don't look at that. Don't look at that.
Imagine.
It's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. 5.
All right. So 5 2-ups.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck. Oh, that's a way to do it.
Oh,
That is
Atta
solid
boys.
armor.
a lot of luck.
Oh. No,
Ouch.
nice.
Okay. So we got 5 attacks going back, and they're not defensive 4. Yeah, they're defensive 3. Okay. 5 hitting
Good
on
rolling. You should get that.
4s.
When I'm not playing.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Ooh, very nice.
4,
4 in there.
and then
And
we're
then
wounding
on
on
2s.
2s.
Oh, look at that. Number
Mm.
1.
2.
Good one.
Yeah, it's all good.
So
Alright.
Tyranno said that his battery, the phone, the phone battery
it's
just
phone, right.
died, so that's why he's
Yeah.
missing this last stand from the slingers.
Epic
Amazing.
combat.
You'll see this. You'll see this on the video, Joe.
Yeah, so
I think you just lose by 1.
because of you've got a charge and I've got a rank.
But
Alright.
you still
you lose
have
by 2.
one
Yeah,
extra
you've
rank
got-
anyway, so you don't care that much, do you?
Oh, so I'm steadfast.
Yeah. Just
I think
not
you
within
were by 2
12.
though, right?
Yeah, it would be by 2 because
Would be by
ranks
2, but-
and charge cancel out and it
Yeah.
by 2. But you
Well-
definitely are steadfast.
Sound. So I just need a low roll on 2 dice. Here we go. Low,
Steadfast,
please.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
easy.
Doesn't even
slingers.
need the steadfast. Doesn't care.
Yeah, maybe.
Slingers are mad.
Oh, cool.
All right. And that's how it ends, ladies and gentlemen.
Game.
A draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Draw.
Look at that.
Well,
I think the
I feel
people
there was a
just-
lot of intent in this game. We both
Yeah.
meant to do a lot of damage.
We sure did.
Hmm.
And neither of us did.
No,
Okay.
no one really did much of it.
That was the plan. The plan was failed by both of you, but not really.
Hey, we had
happening.
fun doing it. We had fun doing it.
Sure did, yeah. We got to see the lovely new Hobgoblins patrol.
Yeah, man.
This is gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
I think it is as well. There's a lot to it, I think.
And you know what? I think that with the flaming swords, the slingers, they can be horrible. It's like first you shoot, especially if you push them, in the front.
Yeah.
Maybe 9 inches. You say, well, okay, you can. I can shoot at you short range, wounding on 2s on the average thing, and then if you charge on the average thing with res 4 and defense 4, that's also going to be 15 attacks.
Oh yeah.
So that's a lot. They're not bad. I think that they're nicer than they look on paper, I would say.
Mm.
Well, and I think you have 3 perfectly legitimate targets for that spell too. A lot of the time with, buff spells like that, there's like one unit in your patrol that you don't necessarily want to cast it on, or sometimes you can't cast it on. Like, something like Healing Waters when something in your patrol already has an Aegis or something like that.
Sure, yeah.
But, the Cataphracts definitely get a little bit of a bonus from that with their 2 attacks and their shooting weapons, like the levies, at strength 4, they're effectively strength 5, and the slingers, as you said, P. So I think Pyro and this patrol is going to be a really good combo.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the sheer amount of attacks the slingers have, and then like the strength of the levies it's a good combo for Flaming Swords. Like the fact that I made you test 5 times was insane, really.
Yeah, for sure.
What's that? Oh, that's nice. We didn't really see the Cataphracts in combat. That would have been fun, but that was they were spent trying to.
I think I put them out a bit wide. I think with Essence it's tough to go wide and then have enough time to come in and affect the game too much. But I just like the idea, especially if you're like me and don't move in one turn. It's always tricky at that point.
Well, and when I sit all the way back here because of their ability to move.
Yeah. And I guess that when you're playing with heavily armored troops against the Empire, then you suffer because AP2 on the shooting plus the corruption of Tin plus the Silver Spike. It's like this was a hard patrol for Hobgoblins to pick up. I guess.
You didn't suffer that much though.
No, yeah. I think I got quite lucky on your wound rolls with the Cataphracts. I think there was a lot of 1s on Silver Spikes and things like that.
Yeah.
So, but well. No, it was a good game though. Yeah, enjoyed it. And great, fun. Finally, have a game with you, man.
You as well, definitely. Is this the first game that you haven't won?
Whatever. No.
No, well, in Essence of War.
It is live.
Have you won all of your games?
I think
so
I've drawn. I thought I'd drawn a few.
Maybe.
You've drawn a few. You haven't lost any by chance.
I don't think. Yeah.
You gotta knock him down, folks.
Maybe. Yeah.
He's gotta. Shit. I should have done the janky thing and moved my electoral cavalry.
Maybe
instead of charging, but
maybe I'm just playing against 2 nicer guys, right? That's the issue.
I guess so. Yeah. We need somebody who's really cutthroat against you.
I'm sure that in the chat there's surely going to be somebody who disagrees with your victory record, but we'll keep that for another video so that we can we can finish this one at the 2 hours mark, which is more practical for moving stuff around.
At least for the next 10 minutes, I'll take an unbeaten run.
That's that'll be the plan.
Unproven and unofficial.
I think that Joey's back.
I mean, I could just be wrong too.
Yeah.
That happens all the time.
Sorry guys, that was my battery just committing ritual suicide.
Oh, good.
Welcome back. Just in time for the closing when we are saying that the Hobgoblins snatched a draw at the very last turn because the levies did their job and then the slingers
I decided
they held.
Not to go into the zone.
Yeah.
Oh, did the slingers hold against the knights?
They did. Totally.
Yeah. Well, even if they hadn't, I couldn't have gotten into the zone. So.
I like to think the slingers were baiting the Electoral Cav all game so much that the Electoral Cav had no choice but to go in.
Yeah. I mean, the point is that if the slingers had moved, let's say, here, then the Electoral Cavalry could only have charged them, and as you see here, they wouldn't have.
They wouldn't have broken.
So the point is that one reckless thing and the other reckless thing, but it's the concept is that even if you play that conservatively, that would have worked. I don't know whether the Cataphracts could have used the movement 14 to get somewhere like here.
I think I think I hadn't I hadn't marched in the turn before in order to get a few shots off, and they didn't shoot that well. So I think probably should have used their movement a bit earlier in the game to
Because
get them a bit more, you know.
in that case, you know, depending on
could've done
how
that.
you position yourself, maybe something like this you need, so that the
Yeah.
because otherwise the you know the handgunners could always have gone something like here, you know, and just gotten one thing in. But depending on how you moved the you know the frame, the reform over there, you know, something like this,
Sure.
and then something like that, and then can't really do much, for example, with in terms of getting in there. And then with the
honestly, I don't think I could have even gotten them to where they are right now,
yeah,
because I did a straight march, full
Yeah.
march move forward just to get
yeah,
there.
exactly.
So
I think if the cataphracts basically just sort of swung and just parked, I think that
Yeah, just
the
a blocking
outermost
move.
would have basically
Yeah.
blocked.
So I think that the last couple of charges that were done, you know, for the glory of it, but there was
Absolutely.
a way at the end of turn, at the beginning of turn 4 for the Hobgoblins to play conservatively and potentially create a scenario like this one where these two guys are blocking. I mean, even if things go differently here, and the Imperial Guard wins or doesn't leave, it could still have been, you know, some sort of. I don't know. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know if the Slingers they could have done
Yeah,
this totally.
7 and a giant wheel.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
But
that sounds a little
regardless, great game,
Yeah, man.
good ending. As anticlimactic as this combat was, but that's.
We don't want
just
Hobgoblins
sometimes the way
to
it
win
goes.
all their matches on a public like this, or people think the army's overpowered.
That's
Right.
it.
Perfect.
That's
Yeah,
it.
right.
And any mistakes on my part were made on purpose to try and make the Hobgoblins look worse than they were. So
Yes. The buff
My phone
hobgoblins.
freezes one more
Yeah,
time. I
right.
think I'm gonna like bin it. Oh, God.
Excellent. Well, thank you guys. Thank to all of you for participating in this stream. And I think that you're going to be seeing this on the Proxy Table Gaming channel. That's what it's going to get the number of views that it deserves. Go check the new book on the 9th Age website. Thanks to Tyranno for introducing the battle and sticking up for the game. I will see you around and hopefully play another game with the Hobgoblin soon.
Thank you very much, Pateglio, as always.
Yay.
yeah, man.
Good night, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Bye, chat.
Bye.
All
See
right.
you later.